Hello there, welcome back. We are going to continue where we left off with, well, the Conquest Island in Spain. We fought Aquitaine, we fought Rikid, and we're basically just going to continue fighting all these people and taking, land that we will then release as individual kingdoms to boost our renown and get a dynasty of many crowns. So, with that said, we are, as I said, going to continue. I'm currently in debt though, so we're going to have to save some money before we continue. I have no prisoners, we do not. So, for the time being, things will be a little bit peaceful. We will continue with, gathering the stuff we need. So, my spy master has come to me with a discovery. He's certain that my guest Semnia is scheming against my let the traitor be known, throw her in jail. Could just throw her in jail. That should be fine, honestly. So, let's just do that. A question of loyalty. My wife is with child. I must be the father, surely. Let's just do that. Pay me money. There's a lot of events right now. I can execute for piety, so let's just do that since they're plotting against my people. Latest work, another poem, I assume. So we're just gonna, say that it's really heartfelt, get some prestige. And that is that. Now, as I said, we're going to just allow time to pass, save a little bit of money. Currently making 30 ducats or gold a month here. Now we're down to 22. Because I assume my men-at-arms, yeah, they're still reinforcing. We're up to 30 again. As you can see here, the Varangian Huskarls are actually quite expensive compared to the rest. So I might actually switch them out for something else here. Because alliance with Count Aaron. I'm gonna have to decline that. You're a count, I'm an emperor. You basically serve no benefit to me, so there's no need for an alliance. Alliance about legacy, another poem. I'm very, curious as to why they've suddenly decided to send me poem after poem. Quite interesting. Let's see. These guys are at war with basically everyone, if I assume correctly, and none of the fighting is currently ongoing in Spain or Aragon. So we are going to do a war for a G. We're gonna go for this one. It's a big one. Well, 5. It's big-ish. And basically, we're going to keep on doing this. We're going to keep on taking the biggest duchies that we can. And use that as, our source. I thought I saved this time. Or, not saved first time, but clearly I didn't. So we're going to do this. I think we have enough money to do it. They only have 2,000 troops, so we don't even need to, raise all our men. That should make things a bit easier. And then we can start again, West Francia, Rattle of Thuringia, but for now we're going to focus on Western Europe. So let us move this one over here. I don't know if the local army will be enough here, but we can raise it and have a look, and if not, we will just raise all. Once we have enough men, we'll cancel it. I think we might want a little bit more men here. Same at getting... I think that's enough. That's not what I want to do. I want you to stop gathering more men. What's the hotkey? Hotkeys, so I can do that. But I'll have them join up, and basically here the goal is to split off, if you will, some of the siege units. Or should I just keep the siege units as one big blob to speed things up? Might be better just keep them as a big blob. Can I siege this from whoever has it currently sieged? I can. Can I choose another? Yeah, we have a dangerous faction. Probably Catholics. Yeah, French Catholic populists sending their ultimatum in 3 months. Let's see here. Let's have a look at this map here. As you can see, French Catholics does not really exist except for maybe down here in Languedoc. Yeah, down here in Languedoc. So they're gonna rise up in 3 months in theory, and that coincides a lot with how long it will take to raise our troops here. Well, it'll take shorter, but you get what I mean. So let's just go ahead and raise all the remaining men that we have here. they'll be ready for the uprising, because the only place they can really rise up is here. Yeah. Rest of my lands are, for the most part, Asa true. So it should be fine to do it like this. Let's just make the Doomstack right away. Or do you know what? Let's not make the Doomstack right away. Let's do it like this. Although that is kind of risky since the, stacks could spawn on me. It'll just be one stack that is at risk, so that's fine. You want freedom? You shall have it in death. And as you can see here, we have already found them. How many men do these guys have? They have 38,000 soldiers? Excuse me? Oh. What did this? Duchy of Utrecht? Okay. Yeah, this might be a problem, honestly. Yeah, this is what I call a problem. I'm gonna have you to back off for now, because honestly, I kind of have to. Let's have you guys just start marching up into, the north. Because I need to try and deal with as many of these stacks before they, become doom stacks. But this, yeah. I have been officially bamboozled. No other way around it. Have you guys go and deal with the Italian ones? Lovely idea. Okay. Build this. And I'll have you guys join up and move to this area. But honestly, yeah. Them having nearly 40,000 rebels, that's a little bit too much in my eyes. We are cutting them down, so they're down to 34,000 now. But still, it's still a dangerously high amount of, like, scarily high. So, we'll have to try and deal with them. And what I'm hoping is that we can just capture the leader and then, sail back down and continue our war. Let's see here. City of Drogheda for the faithful of Tyr. Be in Dublin. Your request is granted, honestly. I'll lend out a city for 600. It's a premature child. That happens, sadly. But yeah, I would assume what's happened here is this guy has, invaded. Yeah, looking at the borders here, I assume he did an invasion for Frisia? Sorry, not Frisia. Francia? Even saying. Let's see here. All these armies are, backing each other up. So let's wait until we get this one, and then we can start, mopping up the smaller ones. Again, I'm losing a lot of money on this, but I can do. But at least my vassals are, Lord Mayor Cecilia sudden interest in me. Why can't she not just leave me in peace? Diplomatic failure. Let's go with that. But yeah, as I said here, this is a bit of an awkward situation. Now, hopefully here we can kill them faster than they, show up. That is the hope. Because if not, we might actually lose this battle against, peasants. Woman talks to my daughter Freya. The two of them are busy scowling at each other. They barely make eye contact with me. Child was caught defacing your runestone in Sussex, painting genitals on the worms and scratching foulness in place of words. Leave the girl with me. I'll have a talk to her. She will either become just, but more likely to be arbitrary. We lose the runestone. I can repair the runestone. She'll lose some. Continue with me. She's just a child. Marta, calm down. My daughter, not enjoyed this, but we're gonna gamble here and just see if we can make a just child. We did. Good. Now we need a new spy master. Really one that won't stab me in the back. So Count Olaf in charge of that. And it looks like we have dealt with the rebellion here. I'm now exalted among men and a saint, so that's good. Rebellion has been crushed. Luckily, they do not have very, good troops. Otherwise, I could be in trouble, but for the time being, we are actually fine. So, with that said, let's get rid of most of the levies here. I don't need a shit ton of troops to 4,000 should be enough. Oh, sorry, 8,000. We'll go with that. I'm still gonna make slight amount of money. By the looks of this, you can go there, and then we have you march back down here. You're actually gonna take the river. That's good. Let's have you just sail down there. Achievement unlocked. Know your place. I don't know what this achievement is. Have to have a look at it later. But yeah, it would look. It seems that one of my vassals here in Utrecht has decided to straight up use an invasion casus belli, which is good. I have to be honest, because by doing so, they've taken a lot of land from me. But rebellion is going to be an issue until this land has been converted, and that's going to take a while. So let's have a look here. What are you up to? You're up to nothing. So for now, let's have you help out with the conversions as much as possible. Again, I really wish I could just have you on auto convert, but the entire thing. Let's promote some more culture over here. Swedes. Should probably have him improving, development. But for now, it's an investment into the future, because the average development of the British Isles should be higher than basically anywhere else at this point. Let's see, we're about 10, 11 on average. Let's check here back in my previous capital. Development. It's actually higher here. That's surprising. Okay, but it's just in Bingo Mark, apparently. How about Sweden? Okay, they have pretty good development, all things considered. Might not be necessary to leave. But again, I just find it easier to try and get max development on an island, because that won't spread to the mainland and in turn spread to my enemies. If I had a huge empire, it wouldn't matter. I'm not planning on making a huge empire, so it would actually be counterintuitive to Sabulan, Tarragona. I'm going to have you guys regain some of your my niece switches Alfredi lives so far away from my embrace. If she had something to remember me by, something personal, I would rest easier. I could give her a lock of my hair. I could send her some of my small clothes. I assume these are children clothes. Some senseless gifts. I'll send some hair. A troubadour has arrived at my court. I could gain some prestige from him and some opinion. Or, how delightful. Why would she send someone else to do her wooing? I guess we'll accept this troubadour now. Gift you send me become very dear to me. The frustration of so rarely being in your company will be easy to bear. The part of you so close. You took my beautiful hair. Let's split this up. Let's have them regain some, supplies before we start moving into siege again. We are losing a lot of war score because we don't control, the land, as you might expect. We can ransom some prisoners. We will do so. My poor daughter. That's an interesting choice of dress there. It's no wonder if you're sick. You've got typhus even. And you're wounded, but because you're Amazonian, you'll probably live. This enemy I cannot protect her from. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna do this. As you can see here, can I appoint him? No. I need to find someone without a, dukedom, I would assume. Baron, can I appoint you as... Nope. Cannot be my... Okay, let's go here. Sorry, where is it? I'm trying to find my court. Should be here. There you are, my guess. Have someone who has high learning. Does not look like it, so let's send someone to search for a physician. Because we're gonna need one if we have a typhus outbreak at court. It'll basically kill a lot of my people who have good traits but don't have Herculean. See, Alfhild is quite experienced. Let's go with that. It's fine to waste a little bit of money. Alfred has come of age. See if we can find some heritable traits. My brother-in-law, player and court chaplain. He's 91. He's the oldest character I think we've seen so far. He's ailing because he has an infected and aggravated wound, and he's wounded. But he's still just poor, he ain't dying yet. Nephew, vassal, and champion. Again, I would like to try and get some fresh blood into the family. You're French. But you're still... Okay, let's just go with that. I'm too lazy to anymore. To Serene, be cautious, do no more than what is necessary. We're always doing safe treatments because anything else will most likely kill us. Let's see, do we have anything we want to upgrade? So, money making? There we go, balanced humors. Typhus has been removed. So we could upgrade this. The Wilson Towers. Cannot upgrade any of these because we do not have the crop rotation innovation. So we'll get that in time, 77 years at this point, but we'll get it before that, I think. Because currently we are working on banners, and once banners is done in 7 years, it'll automatically go to crop rotation, so it should be fine. Now, we're going to focus on the war down here. As we've seen, these guys have made peace with their other enemies, so now we are basically the sole target, but as you can see here, this is how badly they're suffering in terms of troops. They can only, get the nobility to fight for them, and that itself is pretty bad. So, oh, my the 91-year-old died. It's sad. My counselor died of natural causes. My brother-in-law has, disappeared apparently. That's interesting. Virtuous Count celebrated. I believe that gave us some bonuses to our... What's it called? Again, it seems like they have a tendency to choose bad ones. So, sorry, Totil. I have someone better to do your job for you, like 4 times better. And we're gonna hunt down that army just because we can. We actually took some prisoners in the siege. Are they worth money? A little bit. Troubling translation, so she's trying to, learn a book. I could try and help her translate. You'll either get... Oh, it could lead me down a path of cynicism. That's a bit sad. I guess we are going to buy a better translation in that case. Having a good court physician is nice when, possible. Although we don't really need one. Because we have so many good health rates, we don't have a use for a court physician. Wounds and things that would usually kill characters, it's not actually a problem for us. So, I don't know why I'm investing into it, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so basically sing your praise. Since I cannot be by my beloved Duchy Alfred's side, I fear she will get how bright my feelings for her burns. Singing a troubadour to act as my avatar in the art of courtly love, wooing her with poems, songs, and sweet words, written in my name would surely remind her. I'll not rely on some minstrel to do my wooing for me. Honestly, I'm just not, willing to use the money. That is basically where what it boils down to at the end. But ourselves, there we are. Again, this is a war that took, I took 2 years longer than it should because the huge amount of Cadillacs we ended up with over here. You're at war with... You're losing your wars, lady. You attack the Count of Sane and you're losing against him. That's a bit embarrassing, I dare say. all in all, this is going pretty well, I dare say. What were we focusing on? So we can focus on the birds because those will give us future buildings. Okay, after that, I think we'll go with household soldiers, maybe, because having another men-at-armed regiments and +3 will be more beneficial to me than having my current, trebuchets become mangonels. Oh, if it wasn't for the sterile trait, you'd be perfect, boy. Yeah, I think we might have to focus some of our legacies into dealing with that, sadly. But the ransoming is coming along really nicely. I have a dangerous faction. Let me guess, more Catholics. Wants independence from the Liege. The Saxon, yeah. Saxon rebels have risen up again. Oh, got a plink. So yeah, we're gonna have to, focus on converting this area, and the faster we convert it, the better. So I will help out. It'll take 18 months. I have no available spouse still, probably because we have multiple spouses, which isn't the best, but it is something that we can't really do anything about it right now. So it is what it is, honestly, sadly. Now, with that said, this war is basically done with full leave, and yeah, and ransom our prisoners, and once we've done that, we will end the war. It comes of age, Louisa. Anyone that has negative traits, I'm going to, try and mix up with someone who is not of my dynasty, even if the traits they have aren't, the best. So let's go with the Ruri kid. That should work. Will help. Now we can enforce demands. Band our boys here. On second thought, I shouldn't have disbanded the boys. There is a couple of problems here. So let's go ahead, we'll revoke the title. Before we do that, let's also hand out these titles. It'll just make it easier on me in the future. Count Volker. It's not married to... Married to the Count of Shetland, so that won't work. Prince of Denmark. Guess that works. There we are. I believe we can make another runestone. That we can. 140 gold. Again, we are definitely, working on this. For the achievement's sake. And that done, we can now start revoking the titles. County of Alicante will not accept, so might as well just go ahead and see. Filter screen. How did I summon my boys? Of course, it's probably... I'm a dum-dum. Did I move it to Montpellier? There it is. It's the red one, of course. Let's do this, and then we raise the local army. Then we're gonna ask this guy first to rogue tile, for, stability's sake. Rally the boys. Boys have been rallied. Now the big question is, can I allow them to... Yeah, I could allow them to gather. And will we... Yeah, we'll catch this army. That will be the end of that. There we are. A guardian. This is me and I am magnificent. We increased our splendor level, which means we're now well known. We gain 500 more piety when we're born. People get 400 prestige by marrying one of us, and we get a maximum 30 long range penalty bonus. Pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and revoke your tile as well. We took a couple of prisoners, which means that this might actually have been an Abbasid. 500 piety? Okay, I'll take the piety. Wait. Okay, that's the wrong count, so let's just do this. If you don't want to pay, then you're dead. That's how it works. Should have learned by now. I checked him in my prison, did I not? Yeah, so revoke title. I'm waiting a response regarding another matter. And what would this matter? And we execute him to get rid of claimants. Simple. And we get rid of his army, and then we live happily ever after. Pretty simple and straightforward. I'm still gonna have to probably deal with these guys. As you can see, they're basically just over the threshold. Never mind, it went up by quite a bit. Discontent. So yeah, we have to convert lands in order to get rid of discontent. Our money. You are also money and prestige. It's not too much money, but it's enough that it's, you know, worth considering. Zero and zero. And we get rid of the claimant instead. That's easier. There we are. Expand all. Do I want to attack this count? He has no allies. He is easily, you know, conquered. I think we'll just do that. Should also take out these guys to basically connect my lands, because right now they aren't connected. Technically, because there's an impassable terrain here, a mountain I assume. And my men have taken a little bit more West France here. But we have lost some of Normandy, or did they not take the entire thing? I can't remember. Yeah, they're definitely getting more, you know, bold and aggressive in terms of taking land for themselves, which is good. It'll speed things along. Yeah, I think we will just do a very easy war here against this guy. So because it's a simple and easy war. Honestly, we just need the local army. We'll sail straight there. And after this, I guess it's back to France, Aquitaine, Lotharingia, dealing with that. We are starting now to get to a point where we could challenge the Bithus for the Thessalonica, the achievement. We might do that pretty soon. I'll have to consider it. I don't care about usurpation. Typhus, be cautious, do no more than necessary. That is an interesting look. So Typhus is still ravaging my court, which is not good. Did take someone prisoner, and they give us a little bit of money and prestige. Be praised. It's actually a well fortified little island, to be honest, but yeah, sieging goes pretty well when we have a bunch of trebuchets to help us out. Now, I'm gonna get this to basically count Nils. Okay, I'm gonna grant my needs this little land over here. I'm at war with Mallorca, however, probably because they want to. Yeah, they started a holy war for this place after I killed their army, so guess we're getting rid of Mallorca. Still under these guys think? Yeah, they're still under those guys. Change her contract. Force petition. Suck. There we are. Fine print again. Can get him guardian. Be me because I'm a horrible guardian, as it turns out. But this should be the end of the war. We took my foe hostage. Let us ransom the sheikh. Doesn't have actually any, you know, extra money. Someone has been, you know, fornicating again. You have money? You do not have money. Again, does not have money. I could keep them, that's the thing, but I don't feel like there's a need to keep them, because it would simply mean they have a chance of escaping, and they probably will before I can, you know, deal with them. How are we doing with the rebellion? Seems like they're going to send an ultimatum in 3 months. They have 141% military power compared to me, so they should have about 28,000 troops, somewhere in between there, 31 members. Why do you dislike it so much? Oh, further, you're evil. And because I do a lot of offensive wars. Basically because I'm a war, they like, us less, so... But, with that said, I think we have everything needed to... Yeah, we have everything needed now to get rid of the Pope. We're gonna do that next time, because we're gonna end it here. Thank you for watching, and I do hope that you have enjoyed. Thank you, and bye-bye.